Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we got the CBD monster truck, which sounds just like a D-Series. Yep, you just take the engine from a D-Series, slam it into a monster truck body, and you're good to go. No changes to the engine required because it sounds exactly the same. Point is, it doesn't have custom sounds. That's all I'm saying, but it sounds so funny when you have the sound engine from a D-Series and something so dramatically different. Also, we flipped it over already. Let's see how this thing does on a suspension test. I assume this thing will be like a joke to that. Yeah, lots of movement in the suspension, but it went right over it, no problem. How about if we just charge right at that thing right ahead of us, and we slam into it at about 60 miles per hour? A huge amount of damage to the suspension potentially for most vehicles right there, but the monster truck, nah, we good to go. Right over that jump, super smooth right there. All right, let's do another jump, and we're gonna land this thing. I mean, we can land this at so many different angles, it's crazy because the suspension travels so much. Okay, this, I don't know if we can land it. Yes, we can. The suspension is just that good. See, this is why you would want a monster truck in real life. If your car is constantly flying 20 feet into the air, a monster truck is definitely a practical vehicle for you to go and buy. So go and buy one. Now, as for parts for this vehicle, there aren't much. You could change out the differential, which kind of changes the gearing, and that's truly just about it. But right here with the topping out at 60 miles per hour, that feels pretty natural and pretty good. Can we jump over that? Ooh, not quite. It popped the tires. The truck is a trooper, though, and he's trying to land upright, but with popped tires, it doesn't matter. He's probably going to suck at driving anyways. Now for the real question, all you guys out there are wondering, what happens if you try to drive this over another vehicle? We're going to find out by using an BeamNG Miramar, placing it right in front of this thing, and then hopefully just driving right over it. And I'm going to make it as hard as possible. We're going to drive onto the side of it. We don't even get like a ramp up to it. We just drive right into it and see if we can clear it. So kind of slow, and yes, right over it. Didn't do that much damage, actually, because it just kind of popped over it. So let's go and go back. Over it again. Camera's freaking out just a tad because this camera is not good with the changes in forward back movement. But yeah, no problems going over this car. So you know what that means? Obviously, we need more and bigger cars. So we're going to swap this out for a 8 Series. Those things are pretty big. We're not going to get one of the box ones, just a normal 8 Series basically. And then we'll also get a Roamer. And then we could grab a T Series to put at the end, which is probably going to be a little bit of a challenge. But I want a row of cars to really try to jump this thing over. So I'm going to just go 1, 2, and then 3, 4. The T-Series, we're going all out. Box truck it is. This thing is going to have a serious thing to climb, but hopefully, because it has a little bit of a run-up to it with the 8 Series and the Roamer, it'll be all right. And I think the Roamer is actually a tad shorter than the 8 Series, so it gets to go first. So it's kind of like a gradual ramp of cars right here. So we'll park that one, make sure the parking brake is on. And then we go to this one, and we'll point it in the other direction just for variety. That, and it's a lot more convenient to just turn it like this instead of having to do a little bit of maneuvering to actually line it up. Metal Militia is ready to go over those cars. And there are more skins for the truck eventually, but not right now. There's just the one. We're going to go at this real fast, real hard, real violent, and get over that. And we even managed to tear off the whole roof of the T-Series. That is just violent. Let's do it again. And this time we're going to go really slow over them, but I'm going to fake them out. We're going to go in like we're going to go fast, right? And then we slam on the brakes. Oh my goodness, the brakes on this thing are bad. This thing must weigh so much, and the brakes must be so little. And we're going to go nice and slow. Can we go over all of it? We took the door off of one of the cars and put it on my tire, but we cannot climb it. We could bounce into it with my wheels, though, and do a little bit of damage like that. Maybe if we try again, we'll be able to slowly make these vehicles into a ramp. So we're going to do this again. We're going to nice and slow to get up it, and then give it some gas. A little bit of gas, a little bit of gas. No, not happening. Okay, we do need a little bit of speed to get over these. We can't just crawl right over them. And oh, we're stuck inside of the Roamer. Well, let's try this all over again then. This time we're going to go at it at a medium speed. What is a medium speed? Anything between 0 and 60, which is the minimum and maximum speed of this car in drive. So we'll go like kind of slow into it, and then we floor it, and oh, we're doing a stand. I do not want to do that. If I keep accelerating, I will flip the car over. Although that's a good way to kind of crush the truck. You go like that, and then you just bring it down onto the roof. You go back up onto it. Come on, climb them now. Yes, that is how you do it. Push the truck over. I don't care what you have to do. Just get over the T-Series. Shred it to bits. Eat the top of the thing. Doesn't matter. We cleared it. What happens if we try to clear this? Woo! It destroys everything. Bye-bye, tire. Boink. 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 Boink, 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 roll, 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 roll. Wow, that tire's going. You know, we need another monster truck to crush with my monster truck. Yeah, it's monster truck on monster truck action right here. And we're just going to go all over that thing. Come on, keep going. That's how you do it, right over those guys like they're not even there. And that, I don't think I could duplicate. That was one of those things where it was just so perfect. If I was to try that again, it probably won't work. So we're going to reset them all, back this thing up, and see if it'll happen twice in a row, if that's one of those 1 in a million shots that just happened to work. And the brakes on this thing, so bad. But once you get going, it doesn't matter. You don't need to slow down. What do you need to slow down for? You can climb over everything in your path. No, we can climb over these very consistently, although violently. Well, not that consistent. I did get stuck right there on top of a T-Series, so somewhat consistently would be the proper terminology to use here. Here's a question. What would happen to your monster truck if you lower the gravity some? So we're going to go like that, and now we got a stance truck. Oh my goodness, this thing looks so wrong because the rear is super stanced and the front isn't. Obviously, that means we need more gravity. Stance it harder. Just go all the way. That front is holding up, but the rear is totally stanced. Okay, what if we did it in a low gravity? So we're going to just pop it up to about there and see what that does. Do we have traction, or is it like driving on ice? We have enough traction. I bet this thing would fly when you hit another car to try to go over it, though. So I see the other monster truck just sitting there like a piece of prey, ready for the attack. Oh, no! I blame the low gravity for this one. Ha! The tire popping off? Yeah, I blame that on low gravity, too. All right, we're going to try that same setup we had before, except this time the cars are already damaged. Hey, when you do a real monster truck thing, they reuse the damaged cars throughout the whole night, which is kind of unfair because some guys get really good things to attack and some guys don't. So we're going to lower the gravity a little bit more than it was before. And over. Wow. That looks absurd. I got to do that one more time. Although I should have set a respawn point behind me so I didn't have to drive all the way around. So we'll just reset it right here. We're going to also put the other monster truck back into place. I'm not even going to worry about if it's properly lined up. I just want to have something to fly over, so we set it right about there. And then here we go. Attempt number 1. No, not happening. Attempt number 2. With even less gravity and a fresh set of cars, this time we can pop a wheelie as we hit them. So it makes it that much easier to fly over them and do an amazing landing, maybe? No, we're just going to tumble through the air forever. That's not what I wanted to do. Wait. Maybe not forever. There is a landing. That was exactly as I planned it out. Let's do that again. Reset all those guys. And gotta pop a wheelie because literally you can't not pop a wheelie. And here we go. Right over them all. And flying into the air. Come on, get a nice landing there. No, that's not how you land that at all. Kind of curious how this thing performs if you were to take it to an off-road place. So let's just go ahead and swap the map over to something with off-roads. I know you saw these. Those get their own video. First test for the monster truck is this jump right here, and you already know this thing is great with jumps, so that's barely even a test. I did hear something break, but it's driving fine. It looks like when we drive through the bushes with this thing, it really doesn't even slow it down that much. Yeah, I'm driving through bushes here, and like we're maybe losing a couple miles per hour of momentum here and there. Hard part's making sure we don't accidentally hit a tree, because those things we cannot drive through. At least I'm pretty sure. We could test it, but I'm pretty sure, yeah. No, don't hit the trees. You will just lose your tires. So you can lose the tires on this thing if you hit things at the wrong angle, so try not to do that. Here's a dumb idea. I know it will not be able to climb this, but what if we gave it a try? Hey, it put up an effort. Like, it actually went up. And that's basically a vertical wall I was asking it to climb up, which is very, very impressive. I bet if I went at an angle like this, it would actually make it up. So here we go. We're just going to go straight ahead, basically. But it's technically at an angle with the wall. So, can we get up there? Yes, we can. Was it clean? No. Was I trying to be clean? No. So is it a success? Yes. Can I land upright even after all of that nonsense? Yes, because I have a monster truck. Even though it's super top heavy, it has some miracle suspension that makes it always land upright, it seems like. It is doing a great job of landing upright. Oh, over a rock accidentally. Slowed me down a little bit, hitting some trees, hitting some bushes. It's slowing me down, but it's not stopping me. Three-wheeling. I don't know if that other wheel is just tired or if we've damaged the suspension a little bit. That is definitely some suspension damage. That right front suspension is not doing what it's supposed to be doing, it looks like. Or maybe it's the left. Or maybe it's working now. This thing is an enigma sometimes. Like, the whole body is definitely going to the right, but I don't know if that's just somehow the momentum. Nah, that has to be suspension damage. There's no way it's not. I just don't know which side is damaged because it's going so fast and over so many bumps, I can't quite tell. Right there, you see that little bump? You use it to fly. You see that barrier? Oh, it can stop me. I wonder if we come at it at a slow enough speed if we could climb that. We gotta go back a little bit more. We're gonna just go nice and slow. And then floor it a little bit, and ooh, hold it, hold it. Come on, climb it. Yes. Barrier does not stop a monster truck. I mean, especially one that small. You see the monster truck arenas, they don't put little things up like that behind the monster trucks. They put big barriers. And that is unfortunate. That thing cannot drive with a busted tire. It's super slow. I see this little wall right here. I bet we can climb that with the monster truck, especially if we go at it right here at this kind of angle. Not quite the angle I was wanting, but doesn't matter. I got a monster truck. Oh, it's actually a little bit stuck. See, it takes literally a wall to slow this thing down. And even then, it's just slowing it down because I get the correct angle that I was thinking of, and we go right over it. There's another wall right there. This time we're going to try going at it super fast, see what happens. It will almost go over that. I just hit it at such a bad angle because of the hill in front of the wall that I wasn't able to hit it good. But we still land upright, and we can still keep going. I mean, I don't even have to care about the terrain I'm driving over. I just keep holding the accelerator down, and it keeps going. It is amazing. I mean, that's just right there. That was like at least a 15-foot drop, and it just keeps going. I mean, for a monster truck, that's nothing amazing. But for most vehicles, you do that, you're going to have to total the vehicle or something. Because they are not made to drop multiple feet onto the ground like that. Monster trucks, though, they are. Through the river doesn't do nothing to me. It goes up to, like, my tire at the deepest. It doesn't even touch my body panels. All right, I'm going to climb that mountain right there. We're going to climb right up it. Amazing. I cannot overestimate this vehicle's abilities because it is that capable. And I think, again, I have some suspension damage, though. And even with the suspension damage, it's been doing all of this nonsense. And it's not even slowing down still. That's going to slow it down. Popping the tires. That's the one thing that can stop a monster truck. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to go ahead and throw on the leap of death and brutal slope, but I have nothing to say for those that actually adds anything to the video, so they're going to be pretty quiet. One thing I didn't think about. It's really hard to control this thing going down the hill because you have a really high center of gravity and the crazy monster truck suspension. So I'm happy if I just hit a wall, which I'm about to do, and it looks like we're not going the 164 miles per hour the speedometer says. But we're still going at least 100 miles per hour. You'll notice, though, even with the really high-speed crash, this thing is going to hold up because it's a durable vehicle. So there you go. Not much happening there. Here we go. Full speed and let it fly and see what happens. One flip. And then land on your front. And again, it holds up really well. Probably unrealistic deformation, I would say, because monster trucks, although they're really strong and heavy, they aren't that strong. Now you can't see anything. How convenient. It really is hard to see anything with this spinning like this, isn't it? Oh well, nothing I can do to fix that. Anyways, that'll do it. Till next time, it's WhyBeAre. I'll see you. And if you're wondering why the editing in this video is so bad, I don't want to spend another 3 days on one single video for this game. I'd rather just do 20 minutes of gameplay and edit it together like this. Alright? Bye.